prosecution's star witness returned to the stand today in Senator Bob Menendez's corruption trial. Jose Uribe was at one point one of Menendez's 5 co-defendants, but he has taken a plea deal and is now testifying against the senator from New Jersey. The businessman has already admitted to bribing Menendez to intervene in an investigation against Uribe's 2 associates. Eyewitness News reporter NJ Burkett live in Lower Manhattan with more on today's testimony. NJ.
And right, the government's star witness told jurors today that Robert Menendez had to have known that the senator had what he called, in his words, complete knowledge of the alleged scheme. That's testimony that puts Senator Menendez at the center of the bribery allegations for the first time.
How much did Robert Menendez know about his wife's finances and her associates who allegedly schemed to bail her out? New Jersey trucking entrepreneur Jose Uribe admits that he leased a $60,000 Mercedes convertible for Nadine Menendez after Senator Menendez agreed to intervene in an insurance fraud case against 2 of Uribe's associates. In court, Uribe read through a series of text messages he received from Ms. Menendez after making a series of monthly lease payments. "You are on my mind," she texted him. "It will be done." Then, later, "Do you want to have a cigar or a drink with Bob?" she texted him. Senator Menendez and his wife were accused of accepting the convertible, bars of gold, and wads of cash from a variety of businessmen in exchange for political favors. The defense has insisted that the gifts belonged to the senator's wife and that he never questioned them. After prosecutors say co-defendant Will Hanna made some of her mortgage payments, she texted, "I never forget when someone is there for me in bad times. I end up paying them back 100-fold, and later claiming, "He will be more powerful than the president of Egypt." Uribe told jurors that Nadine Menendez invited him to dinner in 2019, that he asked the senator, "If there's anything in his power to stop this investigation, I would be forever grateful." But Uribe admitted that he never mentioned the payments he made on the car, that the senator never brought them up, and never said specifically how he intended to help Uribe. But he insisted, "I have no doubt to believe Mr. Menendez knew I was making payments for the car." Former State Attorney General Gurbir Grewal told jurors last week that he met with Menendez, but refused to get involved, although the case ended with a guilty plea and no prison time.
Now, the testimony here today, damaging as it was to Menendez, did raise a number of questions about what Menendez knew and what the prosecution ultimately will be able to prove. Those are questions the defense will try to drill down on in cross-examination. Live tonight, Lower Manhattan, NJ Burkett, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.